Welcome to 28 Days of Yoga. Today is day 24, and we are going to do a nice, relaxing, full body stretch, specifically because I have been traveling all the past week and my body is sore. I was on an airplane yesterday and I had two babies sleeping on top of me. It was so uncomfortable, and my whole body aches. So, whether you want to save this video and anytime you get off an airplane or after you go traveling, come back and practice this again because that's what I'm doing today. Or you feel fine and you just want a nice full body stretch, today is gonna be a great day for us. So, we're gonna start in Sukhasana, taking some deep breaths. We can bring our hands to our knees. You can either have your palms facing down if you want to really tune inwards and ground. But if you're more looking to receive energy, maybe you are a bit drained after a day of traveling or just doing anything that requires a lot of excessive energy that you're not used to putting out, maybe you need to receive energy today. So, depending on your vibe, choose your hand placement as we sit here in Sukhasana. I definitely need to receive a bit of loving energy into my entire being. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, grounding down into earth through the base of our spine, reaching up to the sky, up to the universe, from the crown of our head, taking deeper, slower breaths in and out through our nose. Maybe taking that ujjayi breath when you breathe in and out through your nose with a slight constriction at the back of your throat. And sometimes during a yoga class or in meditation, when we're told to be still, that can be especially challenging for many, many people, including myself, um, because we're all different and we all act different and have different needs, and our bodies are different, our brains work differently. So, if sitting completely still makes meditation and yoga and just existing in general like extra hard for you, what I usually end up doing while I'm meditating is I rock. I rock side to side, back and forth, and it makes it easier for my brain and my body and myself to actually fall into the meditation. So, you don't have to listen to a prescription and think you're meditating wrong or you're doing yoga wrong because it's different for you and you're doing it in a different way than what someone might have taught you or what someone else is teaching or telling you what to do. So I really, really love our home practice, practicing yoga alone, because it takes all the pressure off of trying to be perfect and trying to copy what anyone around us is doing or practicing yoga, even the teacher, even me. So, I mean, rocking while meditating might sound crazy to you and it might not help you at all, but if you have a really hard time just like sitting still, rocking might be a game changer and really help you fall into your meditation, or any kind of movement or swaying or fidgeting, anything like that might help you actually get into a deeper meditation than trying to sit still and fighting the urge to do that. So listen to your body, listen to yourself. You know you best. And I just want to share that I usually rock when I meditate. It makes it easier for me. So we're sitting in Sukhasana. Let's bring our shoulders up, pull them back, and drop them down. Now, if your hands are facing towards the sky, we're just going to grab our knees. You might already be right here. And we're going to take some long, big, juicy circles on our spine. So we've done this many times already. When we go all the way to the right, pushing our chest forward, looking up all the way to the left, and rounding our back, looking down, going at your own pace. Breathing into it. You can even pause if you feel a spot that feels really good, and just push into it gently. Just moving in any way that feels good right here, right now. And go the other way. And we're gonna inhale and lift our hands up above our head. Shake around a little bit. Shake your hands. Keep your hands lifted up and bring your legs out wide. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping your spine long and straight. I'd much rather you bend your knees or adjust how you're sitting than bend your spine. So keep your spine long. You don't have to come forward much. It's okay if you even stay right here, pointing your toes up to the sky and just folding forward, thinking about bringing your stomach to meet the ground. A lot of times, if you are practicing something else, some kind of sport, and people tend to try to bring their head to the ground because they think that's what they need to do for the stretch. But most of the time when you do that, you end up messing with the alignment of your spine. And in the long run, doing that repeatedly is actually going to cause more harm to your body than any good it might do in the moment. Which is why I like to say, bring your stomach to the ground, because once you do get your stomach to the ground, you'll easily be able to get the rest of you to the ground, but you'll be doing it from a place of alignment. It'll be better for your body. And then we're gonna come on up, slide your right hand all the way down your leg, nice and slow. Pass that foot as far as you can go. Grabbing your foot if you can, and then slowly sliding that left hand all the way up until you're reaching up to the sky. And if it feels okay with your neck, you can look up towards your left hand. Taking those deep breaths in and out through your nose. Keeping those feet engaged, toes pointed up to the sky. And you're going to take that left hand and slide it all the way down your body. As you start sitting up, sliding your right hand down up the other side of your body. Sliding your left hand all the way to that left foot, grabbing your foot. Keep sliding your right hand up until it's reaching towards the sky. Breathing here. Keeping those feet flexed. Opening up your chest. And then we're going to slide that right hand all the way back down towards our knees, sitting back up in wide-legged forward fold stance. We're going to reach our hands up, keeping our spine long and our feet flexed, taking another forward fold. Thinking about bringing our stomach to the ground. And we're going to sit back up, bend our right knee. So we're bringing the bottom of our foot into our inner left thigh. Turn your hips towards your left leg. Keep that foot flexed. Reach your hands up. And again, fold forward, thinking about bringing your stomach to your thigh. It's okay if you don't fold forward much at all. I would still rather you do this than just fall down like this, because again, that's not getting the benefits of the stretch, and you're going to cause more harm than good in the long run. So sit up nice and tall. Keep that spine long. And just fold forward as much as you feel comfortable with. Keeping that breath nice and long and deep, in and out through your nose, with a slight constriction at the back of your throat. And then come on up, bring the bottom of your foot to the floor next to your thigh. You can adjust the stance of your foot, so you might want to angle your toes out a bit if it's more cozy for you that way. And we're going to take a bind around our right leg, so bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to reach our right hand all the way around our right leg. Reach our left hand around and back. You can either clasp your hands, sitting up nice and tall. Or if your hands can't reach, you can grab your shirt with your left hand, or using a yoga strap or any kind of rope, string, a tie, a blanket, anything you have to bridge the gap between your hands. So you would hold this object with one side with your right hand, one side with your left hand, so your hands are connected. And then come all the way back, bring your hands to heart center, bring your right leg out long. Then we're going to bend our left leg, bring our left foot into our right inner thigh, turning our hips toward our flexed right foot. Toes are pointing up to the sky. Reach your arms all the way up, keeping your spine nice and long, and fold forward as much as you comfortably can. Remember, our goal is to bring our stomach to our thigh, not our head to our knee, keeping our spine nice and long. It doesn't matter what you look like in the pose, just that you feel a nice stretch. Then we're going to bring the bottom of our left foot onto the ground. Adjust it any way that you want to. You might want to turn where your toes are pointed. And then we're going to wrap around our left leg with our left arm, meeting our hands behind us. If you need to, you can grab a yoga strap or anything you have on hand to bridge the gap between your hands if you can't reach. Totally always okay to modify any yoga pose or use any props. Not only is everyone's body different, but your body is different on every day. So you might be able to easily do something today, and then next week it might be harder for you. And then slowly come out of it. Bring that left leg out long. Inhale your arms up to the sky and fold forward. We're going to sit back up, turn to the side of our mat, have our legs straight out in front of us, and reach your arms up to the sky, creating an L with your body, flexing your feet, gauging your core, grounding into earth with the base of your spine, reaching up out into the universe with the crown of your head. And I am really looking for a lower back stretch. So when I fold forward, I'm going to bend my knees, and that will make this stretch more intense for my lower back. If you want to stretch out the backs of your legs, keep your legs nice and straight and long. But no matter which variation of this pose you choose to do, make sure your spine stays nice and long. We don't want to bend our spine. So inhale your arms all the way up. They're probably still there. And then either with bent or straight legs, fold forward and reach for your feet. And you can mess around a little bit here. You can give yourself a little foot massage. Just breathe into the pose. And then slowly come out of it and make your way into table. Just stay in table for a few seconds, taking a few deep breaths. Still in table, and we're going to get ready to do some cat-cows together. So inhale, well, you're in table right now with your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Now we're going to inhale, look up, arch our back, and exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. Now keep doing that. Inhale, arch your back, look up, and exhale, round your back, tuck your chin into your chest. But you're going to do it in time with your own breath, so you don't have to follow my pace. Just doing cat-cows with your breath. whatever pace that looks like for you today. If you want to, you can add some extra movement in here, doing whatever you want to do, just whatever feels good for your body right now. And then we're going to come back to table. Reach your right hand all the way up to the sky, and then thread it underneath your left hand coming onto your right shoulder. If you want to go deeper here, you can bring your left hand and wrap it around your body. If you want to go even deeper, you can go ahead and straighten that left leg. And then we're going to come back to table, but before coming back to table, you're going to reach your right hand all the way back to the sky and then set it down. So reach that right hand up and put it back into table. And then right away, you're going to reach your left hand up and thread it through underneath your right hand coming onto that left shoulder. If you want to go deeper, you can go ahead and wrap your right arm around your body. And if you want to go even deeper, go ahead and straighten that right leg. And we're going to come back into table pose. But first, you're going to reach that left hand up to the sky. Come back into table. And then reach your hands all the way out in front of you, lowering your chest into puppy pose. You can either have your forehead on the ground or your chin. And then slide your hands almost all the way back, but a little bit in front of where they were during table. And you're going to come up and meet me in downward facing dog. Bend your knees and bring your stomach to your thighs, and then straighten your knees again. You can bicycle your feet here. And then we're going to inhale our right leg up, keeping our hips squared, and step it in between our hands, lining up our front heel with our back heel, pointing our left toes at a slight diagonal toward the top left of our mat, and standing up into warrior one, and then coming right back down into downward facing dog, lifting that left leg up, stepping it through and taking warrior one on the opposite side, and then coming right back down into downward facing dog, stepping your right leg in between your hands. Turn that back leg so that your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot, and opening up into warrior two. Make sure your knee is directly above your ankle and you're pressing weight into that back foot. Take a deep breath here. Reverse your warrior. Straighten that front leg and reach forward until you can't reach anymore, and come down into triangle pose. Reaching your left hand up to the sky. Breathing here, keeping weight in that back foot. Keep pressing in both feet. And then come back into warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Turn your toes in so both toes are slightly pointed in towards each other. Reach your hands up to the sky and fold all the way forward. Look up and get some length on your spine, and then fold forward again. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, coming into warrior two on the other side. Lining up your front heel with the back arch of your back foot. Your back toes are pointed towards the side of the mat. Your foot's parallel with the back of your mat. Bending your knee over your ankle and pressing evenly into both feet. Opening your arms up into warrior two. Taking a deep breath. And then reversing your warrior. Straighten that front leg. And reach forward so you can't reach anymore. Dropping into triangle pose. Keep pressing with that back foot. And come back into warrior two. Straighten your front leg again. Turn your toes in towards each other. Lift your arms up, reach towards the sky. Fold forward. Bring your left hand in the center of where both your hands are. So slightly above your feet. And then reach your right hand all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath here. And then replace your left hand with your right hand and reach your left hand all the way up to the sky. Bring your left hand back to the ground. Heel toe your feet in. Be sure that your knees and toes are tracking in the same direction as you sit back into Malasana. Your bum is floating off the earth. Your toes are tracking with your knees. Bring your hands together at heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Wrap your right hand around your right leg, taking a bind here. If your hands don't touch behind you, make sure to use something to connect your hands with, whatever you have around. And then press all your weight into that right foot. Straighten your left foot, coming onto that left heel. You can fold forward a bit here. And then slide that left leg back into Malasana, coming back to heart center. Now we're going to wrap our left side, taking a bind on the left side. Press all your weight into your left foot and straighten your right leg, coming onto that right heel. You can fold forward a bit here if you want to. And then slide your right foot back into Malasana. Bring your hands together at heart center. Sit back onto your mat. You can take a sip of water if you want to, or some kombucha, whatever you got on hand. You can always, at any point during any of my online classes, or like even in person, my friend, you can always take a break, press the pause button, go to the bathroom, get some water, get a snack, take a nap, come back later. Like, it's your practice. You do what you want. So you're gonna meet me. You're gonna meet me on your back. I feel a lot better already, honestly. I was so sore. I'm still a bit sore. So we're gonna inhale our right leg up to the sky, grabbing behind our right thigh. Flex both of your feet, straighten that right leg, and pull it in towards your chest as much as you can. And then let it go back towards center. So you're making an L with your legs. And then bring your left hand to your left hip just to hold it down so it's not going to pop up on us. Then we're going to drop our right leg off to the right, looking over the left. This is another example of alignment. You want to keep your hip on the ground. If I wanted to, I could drop my leg all the way to the ground, but then my hip is going to pop up. So I'd rather my leg be a bit higher and my hip be in the correct position. And then bring your leg back to center and drop it over towards the left. Reach your right hand to the right, looking towards it. Then reach your right leg back up to the sky, flexing your feet again. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. Pull it towards you as much as you can. And then drop it down. Now our right leg is going to be a little bit longer than our left, so make sure you do it on both sides. On your next inhale, we're going to raise our right leg up to the sky. Interlace our fingers behind that left thigh and pull that leg in towards us. Placing your right hand onto your right hip, drop your left leg off to the left and look towards your right. Keeping both your feet flexed. And reaching that leg back up towards the center and dropping it over towards the right. Reaching your left hand out towards the left and looking towards your fingertips on your left side. Breathing here. And then reach that left leg back towards the sky and release your hands behind your thigh and pull it in one more time before dropping it down to meet your right leg. Hug both your legs in. Make some circles on your lower back. Cross your right knee on top of your left. Bring your arms out wide into a T. If you don't have the space to do the T, you can just bend your elbows and take a little broken T. But if you have the space, I mean, why not do it? And then just drop your legs off to the left, looking up to the right. Come back through to center, switching the cross of your legs. Now the left leg is on top. Drop your legs off to the right, looking over the left. Coming back through center, grabbing the outsides of your feet with your hands, coming into happy baby. Bring your knees into your elbows and rock a bit side to side here. Feel free to straighten one leg and then bend it and straighten the other leg. Toe just touched. Come back to happy baby or rock inside to side, and we're gonna hug our legs into our chest and make circles one more time. Here is your opportunity to take any other pose, do any other movement or any kind of practice that you want to do before meeting the rest of us in Savasana. So when you're ready, we'll flop our feet out, relaxing our entire body, letting go of any tension, giving your body a little scan, see where you might be clenching or squeezing or holding on, and just releasing it, letting go of any controlled breathing, letting go of any thoughts. Just be here now. Savasana. And slowly start to bring some movement into our fingers and our toes. Maybe rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Reaching your arms up above you, stretching out, rolling off onto your right side or your left if you're pregnant. You can chill out here for a second if you wanna. Otherwise, meet me back up in Sukhasana with your hands together at heart center. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to the universe, and be kind to all life everywhere. Namaste. That was day 24 from our 28 days of yoga. But like I said, I made this yoga class because I needed some loving in my body after having a big travel day yesterday. So save this class for the next time you get on an airplane or you're sitting in a bus or in a long car ride. Anytime you're just kind of cramped and traveling for a bit, or even after a long trip where you're walking every day like I was, because I do feel a bit better after this practice, and I hope you do too. And you can always return to it. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying 28 days of yoga. If you just came to this specific video because you were looking for a little travel rehab, I dare you to go back to day one and start the whole 28 days, do the whole practice with us. And if you want more yoga classes or guidance, or if you just want to join the community and get in our group chat, go ahead to bryacommunity.com and sign up for the community. It's $5.55 a week, and I will see you in there. And I'll see you tomorrow as well for day 25 of our 28 days of yoga. Thanks for practicing.